All right. Well, welcome, ladies. This is my first time teaching a 45-minute class. And so I'm calling it Flow and Restore. So we'll start with some vinyasa, particularly tonight. The idea was to kind of expel and release some energy that I think we all kind of have a little bit of pent up, whatever that is for you, whether it's frustration, anxiety, anger, any of that. I did a flow the other day from one of my teachers, Gina Caputo, that inspired me to create tonight's class. So after we do a little bit of vinyasa, a little bit of fire building, we will then jump into some restorative yoga. For that, you will need 2 blankets. So if you want to run to your couch or your bed, one would ideally be rolled up like a tortilla, which you can do later in class if you need to. And one would be folded about this size. And then if you can grab 2 pillows. So these are couch pillows. So they're a little bit more firm than like your really soft, squishy pillow on your bed. But all of these will be used later in class for the restorative part. So you can kind of set those to the side. But I'll give you guys a minute to get that. And then tonight, I wanted to share with you guys, I was thinking about like every week through all of this feels like there's a different theme. Obviously, we all probably started with panic, terror, no idea how we're going to get through this. And as the weeks have gone on, hopefully you guys feel some sort of sense of settling into this new normal. I think the thing I've been struggling with is that question of when and like how much longer. And that brings up the idea of resilience, that we can withstand and survive and come out of this stronger. And I found this quote that I shared in the Facebook group, but it says, resilience is the capacity of a system, enterprise, or person to maintain its core purpose and integrity in the face of dramatically changed circumstances. So I really love that, maintain its core purpose and integrity. And I think that a lot of us through this, especially if work was affected and your roles have changed, this has challenged your sense of purpose. Like, what is your purpose if you're out of work and you don't have a reason to get up and do all the things every day? And so this is something that we'll kind of keep in the back of our mind tonight as we flow, to do a little bit of strength building before we move into that relaxation part of the class. So tonight, we're going to start in standing. So we'll start in mountain pose. Feet are about hips width distance apart. I'm going to start facing the long side of my mat so I can face you guys. But if you would like to be at the top of your mat, please be there. So feet are about hips width distance. Hands are down by your side, palms facing forward. Feel free to close your eyes for just a moment. I want you to really focus on grounding down through your feet. And what I mean by that is activate your toes. And think about actually pressing down through your heels, through your forefoot. And just feeling stable and strong in this standing position in mountain pose. And what yoga has to offer us at this time is this concept of being a mountain, this unmovable thing. And that's inside of us. There's something unmovable, unchangeable, deep within us when we pay attention. And that is where the resilience comes from. And just as a symbolic transition to this time on our mats together, I invite you to take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Let's do that again. Deep inhale. And let it go. One more time. And then I want you to bring your hands to heart center, palms together. You can open your eyes now. Deep inhale, open your hands out wide to the side, palms facing up. Exhale, hands to heart center as if you're pulling energy in towards you. Inhale, open and expand, arms out wide, chest open, heart to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, open, feeling a sense of expansion. Exhale, drawing energy inward. One more time. And exhale. This time, inhale, reach arms up towards the sky, looking up, heart open. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, reach up, expanding through your fingertips and down through your heels. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach up, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to move to the front of my mat. We're going to transition here to this a true release. So inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Slight bend in your knees. Exhale, hinge forward, sweep your arms back. Inhale, reach up. So it's kind of a fast motion. Exhale, fold and sweep. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Knees bend on the fold from the hips. Exhale. Inhale. Feel free to make your exhale loud. Let's do 3 more. With your own breath. Exhale. Think about what are you releasing as you throw your arms down. Last time. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes for just a moment. Notice how different you might feel already. Just releasing that energy, a simple movement, simple breathing, but just allowing yourself to expel that energy. Slowing it down just a bit at the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Slight bend in your knees. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold, all the way to your feet. We're going to stay here for a moment in ragdoll, so you can clasp your elbows with your hands. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe even shake your head yes and no. And the more you bend your knees, the more you'll feel a release in your low back. The more you straighten them, you'll feel a stretch on your hamstrings. Neither way is wrong. And maybe a gentle sway side to side. Releasing your hands down, fingertips to the ground. On an inhale, hands to shins, flat back, look forward, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's repeat that. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward, hands to shin. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. So to check, you can come to a plank position first, and then shift your hips all the way back to downward dog. So I always like this first part to be really dynamic. So pedaling your feet, bending your knees one at a time. Maybe even moving your hips side to side or your rib cage. Making this movement as big or as small that feels good for you tonight. And just beginning to work your legs towards straight. Pressing through all 10 fingers so that you're not sinking into your wrists or collapsing into them, but really actively using your hands. Opening the shoulders. So here's where we build resilience. We're gonna, build the fire here a little bit with our namaskars. So we're gonna move one breath to one movement, but I'll be moving with you. On an inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. On an exhale, step through to your right thumb to lunge. Drop your back knee down, your left knee down. You can untuck your back toes. Walk your hands up to your right knee to low lunge. So on an inhale, you're gonna back off the lunge, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, sink forward, heart open to the sky. Inhale, back off. Exhale, sink in. Right shin forward, shoulders back. One more time. Inhale, back off. Exhale, sink in, opening the left hip. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, step back to plank. Option to come to your knees here or lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, press through the tops of your feet and your hands. Inhale, rise to cobra. Head comes up flat, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes, push up through plank or tabletop. Exhale back to downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step through to the left thumb. Option to use your hand to pull that foot through as an assist. Lower the back knee down, untuck the back toes, hands come up to the left knee. Inhale, back off the low lunge. Exhale, sink in. Left shin forward, shoulders back, heart to the sky. Inhale, back off. Exhale, sink in. Opening the right hip. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down to frame the left foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, step back to plank. On an exhale, lower all the way down, option to come to your knees, modified plank. All the way down. Untuck your toes, press down through your hands, inhale, rise to cobra. Head comes up last. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes, push up through plank or tabletop. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step through to the right thumb. This time we're going to stay here in high lunge or runner's lunge. Like a cat-cow flow, inhale, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, like cat. Exhale, sink into the lunge, look forward, like cow. Inhale, round your spine, draw your chin to your chest. Exhale, right shin forward, left heel back, look forward. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, expand. That's a lunge pulse. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Again, option to come to your knees or lower all the way down with control. Untuck your toes, press through the tops of your feet and hands, push up to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes, push up through plank or tabletop. Exhale back to downward dog. Left side, inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step through to the left thumb. Inhale, round your spine, draw energy upward. Exhale, sink in, look forward, opening the right hip. Inhale, round like cat. Exhale, find a mini back bend like calf. One more time. Inhale, round. Exhale, expand, looking forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, rise to cobra. Head coming up last. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes, push up through plank. Exhale back to downward dog. Last round, and then we'll begin to slow it down. Inhale, sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step through to the right thumb. Ground down through your feet, so really activate your toes in both feet. Inhale, rise to crescent, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep your arms behind you and interlace your fingers to find a clasp. On an exhale, draw your hands down towards the ground, straightening your elbows, looking up just a bit. Inhale, back off. You can bend your back knee, relax your elbows. Exhale, expand. Draw your hands down towards the ground, heart open towards the sky. Inhale, back off, relax. Exhale, expand, straightening that back knee, that left knee. Release your clasp. Inhale, arms up overhead to crescent. Exhale, hands come down to frame your right foot. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, push up through plank or tabletop. Exhale, back to downward dog. Last time, left side. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step through to the left thumb. Ground down through your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other to keep your balance. Rise to crescent, arms up overhead. Releasing your arms back behind you to find that clasp, interlacing your fingers. On an exhale, draw your hands down towards the ground, heart open towards the sky. Inhale, back off, slight bend in your back knee. Exhale, straighten the back knee, draw your hands down towards the earth. One more time, inhale, relax. Exhale, expand. Inhale, release the clasp, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to frame your left foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down, nice and slow. Inhale, rise to cobra. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, push up through plank. Exhale, back to downward dog or child's pose. So knees can come wide, untuck your toes, sink your hips back. Hands can come forward, forehead to the ground. Nice, deep breaths. Trying to make your inhale and exhale equal in length. And just noticing how you're feeling. Notice your heart rate, your temperature, your breath. One sign, deep breath together. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale, side out. Again, just observing how it feels in your body after we shake the snow globe, so to speak, and release all that pent-up energy. If you're in child's pose, go ahead and come up to hands and knees. If you're in downward dog, come down to hands and knees. Then you're going to come down to your stomach to a prone position. So however you'd like to get there. And since we have kind of an abridged class, we're already at our peak pose. So today we're going to be doing a pose called locust or shalabhasana. And it's just like a mini back bend, but we're in a prone position on our stomach. So for today, just like we did in our crescent flow with the class, I want you to find an interlaced hand position at your low back. So reaching behind you, interlace your fingers. And you can let your forehead rest on the ground for just a moment. On an inhale, I want you to lift just your chest up, straightening your elbows, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and drawing your shoulders as far away from your ears as possible. And I want you to keep your gaze just slightly in front of your mat. So I don't want you to look straight ahead. I want you to keep a length through the back of your neck. And when you're ready, lift your legs by activating your glutes. So posterior chain is working hard here. This is to counteract all the sitting we're doing at home, on our computers, couches, kitchen chairs. 3 more deep breaths here. And even though it's evening, and I know that you're tired, you can do this. Last deep breath. And release your hands. Stack your forearm in front of your head. And then you can turn your head to one side or the other. Taking a rest. And just notice how nice that contrast of rest feels after you really challenge yourself, even just for a few minutes. And while you're here in prone rest, you can bend your knees, bringing your soles of your feet up towards the sky, and just windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Almost like you're rocking your hips back and forth, using your lower legs to lead the way. Just feels nice on the front of the hips. Trying to take nice, easy breaths all the way to your belly. And then when you come back to center, letting your feet drop down towards the ground again. I want you to bring your hands under your shoulders and begin to push up to hands and knees for just a moment. I want you to take a minute to kind of locate your props. And for now, we're going to come into a supported child's pose. So the difference in restorative yoga versus these poses when we're in a regular vinyasa or Iyengar type of class is that we want to use props to really support us, and we want the props to come up to our body. So it's not a very deep stretch like yin yoga, if you've ever done that, which is more about getting into the fascia. This is more restorative, so it should be more relaxing. So I want you to think about what props you have. We're going to come into supported child's pose here. So normally in child's pose, like we did before, you're coming all the way down to the mat. Now I want these props to come up to you. So I'm gonna stack my folded blanket and my 2 pillows. I'm gonna bring my knees out wide around the whole setup. And then I'm going to walk, I'm gonna move my pillows forward a little bit. Walk my chest forward down onto the pillows. Turn my head to one side. Arms can come in front of the props or down along your side, whatever feels best for you. If you feel like you're in too much of a stretch, you may want to even grab your other blanket, unroll it, and stack it up even more. So nice, deep breaths. Just allowing each inhale to roll into the exhale and back to the inhale with a sense of ease. And it feels effortless. I always think of my essential self when I'm in child's pose. And what I mean by that is who you are at your core. Independent of everything in the outside world. Independent of your profession, your roles, maybe as a partner or parent. It's not who you are. It's part of your human experience, but I want you to go deeper and just really tapping into who you are at your essential self. What are the unique gifts that you are meant to bring to this world? And how is your ability to tap into your resilience going to allow you to share those gifts with us? If you have your head turned to one side, go ahead and turn it towards the other side. I'll keep my head where I am just so that you can hear me. In these times of uncertainty, how can you maintain your purpose and integrity even when you feel pushed to the max? Can you take a moment to just remember who you are, who you've always been since you were a child? Maybe you were that adventurous child that was always climbing on things and running around and exploring. Or maybe you were kind of a loner and an observer and quiet, maybe more always looking inward. Just take the next 2 minutes. And reflect on that. begin to draw your hands to either side of your props with your hands underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, slowly press up to a seated position. You can move yourself back away from your props and come to a seat. So what we're going to do now is a grounding spinal twist, and we're pretty much set up for this. So what I would do here, though, is move your pillows apart. So if you have two smaller pillows like me, you want them kind of long, in a longer position. You're going to bring your legs to your left side, and your knees can be stacked. You guys, the dogs. Your knees can be stacked, or you can have them staggered, okay? So your right thigh is touching the pillow that's nearest to you. If you'd like to take your other blanket, you can unroll it and fold it. I have my other blanket under my pillows, but you can place that between your legs if that feels nice, just to have that support, kind of keep your hips more in neutral. You're gonna face the pillows with your chest and kickstand your fingertips on each side of your props, looking forward. On an inhale, find length through the crown of your head and spine. On an exhale, begin to walk your fingertips forward, bringing your chest down to the pillows, and then turning your head probably to the left side will be more comfortable here. This is a grounding spinal twist. I want you to just really allow the props to support you. So if you feel like you're pressing through your forearms at all, then move your forearms and elbows and hands away from the props, the pillows, and just allow your upper body to drape and melt over your props, to be completely supported with no effort on your part. I want you to just really take rest and allow yourself the gift of stillness and quiet to just be. And know that whatever experience you're having is the right one for you. And even if you're finding it difficult to remain still in body or mind, it's okay. Just observe what's happening in your internal world. Being able to notice and observe what's happening in your body, in your mind, in your feelings. That is mindfulness. Knowing that we're not trying to get anywhere or achieve anything, but rather be the witness to our inner landscape. begin to draw your hands towards you, underneath your shoulders. On an exhale, slowly pressing up to a seated position. You're going to leave everything where it is and simply rotate to the other side. So flipping your knees over to the left, bringing your left thigh to touch the pillow that is closest to you. I'm going to rotate my whole setup so that you guys can hear me. So left thigh is touching the pillow. Knees can be stacked or staggered. And again, option to place one of your blankets, or if you have another pillow between your knees, that often helps the hips feel more supported in a neutral position. Turn towards your pillows again with your chest and kickstand your fingertips on each side of your pillows. And then on an exhale, begin to walk your fingertips forward till your chest comes all the way down. Turning your head to the right, walking your forearms and hands away from the pillows, allowing your shoulders to completely relax. And just returning your awareness to your breath for a moment. Just allowing a natural breath for you, whatever that is tonight. Allowing your breath to create a sense of ease and softness. Letting go of any tension in other body parts unrelated to this posture. Like your jaw. Allowing your jaw to soften. Maybe even separating your teeth. Allowing the space in your mouth. Allowing your tongue to relax. And your eyes to relax. And the space between your eyebrows. Just allow it to soften. And turning your awareness to your breath. Begin to draw your hands in towards you. Placing your hands under your shoulders. On an exhale, slowly pressing up to a seated position. If you unfolded your blanket like I did, you may want to re-roll it up long ways, like a tortilla tortilla. You'll place that at the foot of your mat where you anticipate your ankles would go when you come down to your back for our final Shavasana. Your folded blanket will support your head at the top of your mat. And the pillows will be used to support under your knees. So you may have to kind of start to position yourself. What I'd like is your heels to be floated, so not touching the ground. So however you need to place your blanket. Make sure that the pillows are under your knees primarily. And then you'll use your hands to slowly come down to your back for our final Shavasana, or basic relaxation pose, as this is called in Restorative Yoga. Hands can come down to your side, palms facing up, arms away from your hips. And just allow your feet to naturally fall open to the sides. I invite you to close your eyes. We'll just spend the next few moments here in stillness. Again, to deepen your breath. Bring gentle movement to your fingers and toes, just wiggling them ever so slightly. And inhale, sweep your arms up overhead like a morning stretch. Bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on your pillows. And on an exhale, roll to your right for a moment in the fetal position, allowing your head to rest on your right arm. And pressing down with your left fingertips. And keeping your eyes closed or your gaze soft, begin to press up to a seated position, where we will then meet an easy seat with our legs crossed and our hands at heart center. And feel free to sit on your blanket if you would like. When we learn how to become resilient, we learn how to embrace the beautifully broad spectrum of the human experience. I wish you all the human experience moving forward to close out the week. And I wish you to remember your strength and resilience that comes from within, from the deepest part of who you are, your essential self. And I hope you remember to dig deep for that resilience in those tough moments so that you know how strong you are. And you remember why we need your resilience so that you can bring your gifts to this world that we desperately need. May the efforts of our practice tonight be of service to all beings everywhere in some way, shape, or form, especially to those whose lives we directly touch. Namaste. Thank you guys for being here, for taking the time out of your day or evening to spend with me. I am accepting donations on Venmo and PayPal. If you need information and you'd like to donate, great. If that's not an option for you, please don't worry. I am sending part of these donations to my local yoga studio where I normally teach on Thursday nights. And obviously all of our small businesses are hurting, so I just like you guys to know what you're supporting. I was also, I think some of you know, furloughed for my main job, so the money that I'm getting from donations for yoga is helping support my family as well. So if it's possible for you to donate, great. And if not, please don't worry. I'm glad you're here no matter what. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, Sandra, so much.
Thank you, guys. I'm so glad you were all here.
Yep, that was lovely.